Hello and welcome to Drive-Thru. I'm your host, Tony T. As we broadcast live here on Pick Dogs and Sports Chat Plays YouTube channel and throughout social media. We'll get you out here well before the top of the hour. Give you guys enough time to get those bets in for the primetime games. And that's what we do here in the Drive-Thru. Monday through Friday at 6 p.m. Eastern Time is delivered live free sports picks for the games beginning here at 7 p.m. Eastern Time and later. And to deliver those winners are professional handicappers over at Pick Dogs and at Sports Chat Plays. Let's take a peek at who's on the show with us here for today. All right, with us is Bitler. Al Ninos will be signing about bottom of the hour. We got Zawacky, Brad Francis, and Jovan Burts. And here's how they're going to line up for this evening. We got Bitler, Francis, Burts, Nino, Zawacky, and then I will close this one out. All right, we got remainder 8-game card here for Major League Baseball. One from the NFL post-season, 1-game final here. Looks like it's the Royals. Yeah, they pulled the upset today, right? They were big dogs here against the White Sox, and verified that score here for you in just a second. I know it went over the total because it was 4-4 in late in that game in the bottom of the 8th inning, and it looks, I'll get the score here. Yeah, 6-4 as I thought. No runs across the 9th inning for the White Sox. So that's the only game of final. We do have action here from baseball, 8 in the primetime schedule, as well as 1 preseason. So let's get this one underway. Let's go ahead and welcome in Brian Bitler. You'll find him over at Pick Dogs Premium. He does great work up there. I'll bring in Brian right now. Brian, what's happening?
Oh, not too much. I'm glad the Royals got it in. I was a little worried when the White Sox came back, tied it up 4-4, but we got a little bit lucky and not extras, but late in that game. I guess it was the bottom of the 8th the Royals scored. But
yeah, they got
good
a couple
game
across.
In general.
Yeah, a couple across there to get the win here against the White Sox. Tomorrow they're going to the White Sox going to Baltimore tomorrow. The big man Cease on the hill, but we know the Orioles have been giant killers of late. Well, that's an interesting matchup to see how Cease does against this hot Orioles lineup, and he'll be on the road here. Orioles will be at home. That'll be tomorrow. But today, we've got the Phillies here hosting the Reds. The Phillies, you expect here, big favorites, minus 230, total of 9.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to that Orioles-White Sox series, but as far as my free pick goes, I'm going to take the over 8.5 in the Phillies and Reds game tonight. I'm a little bit worried, though, because this total really hasn't budged all day. It looks like a lot of action on the over, but I'm going to stick to my guns here. Luis Cessa, I'm probably pronouncing his name wrong, like I butcher all the names, is getting a crack here in the starting rotation again, but I don't see him lasting more than 4 innings, maybe 5 if the Reds are lucky. And then the Reds with the worst bullpen in Major League Baseball, 4.90 ERA, and the Phillies bullpen, they've had some injury issues lately, injury bug, and we got perfect weather in Philadelphia. It has gone under 7 and 8 times, 7 of the last 8 games, times these two teams have met up in Philly. But I'm not going to worry about the trends tonight. I'm going to take the over Phillies Reds 8.5.
All right, we got Brian here with the Phillies Reds over a total of 8.5. Yeah, Syndergaard, he's not been as sharp as he has in recent seasons. An ERA close to 4, a strikeout rate at 18%. This guy was pushing 30% strikeout rate, so he's pitching to much more contact. Of course, it's his first year off the major injury, so we'll see if he can regain that strength for next season. But we're talking about this season now. We've seen the strikeouts come down. And, of course, Cessa has had poor numbers this year. He's a high-contact pitcher, 17% strikeouts, does walk batters at 9%. Gives us the long ball, 1.43 home runs per 9 innings. That's not good news with the heat and in this ballpark. And, of course, the Phillies come in hot. The Reds have been hitting right-handers over the past 10 games at 270. But, you talked about some trends. Here's some positive trends for you, Brian, here with the Phillies. When they face these really bad bullpen teams with ERAs of 4.2 or worse, they've gone over in 22 of 34. So they feasted on these bad bullpens. The Reds have gone over in 30 of 48 when facing good offensive teams that outscore opponents by half a run or greater. So again, this bad Reds bullpen is when they come and play here against these good offensive teams, they've gone over in 30 of 48.
Yeah, I think Syndergaard probably give up about 3. Yeah, Syndergaard probably give up about 3 runs to the Cincinnati Reds. But these Phillies bats should be able to get to Cessa and the Reds in their bullpen. And I took Bryson Stott to hit a home run for the Philadelphia Phillies. I think he hasn't hit many this year, but I've seen him in the minor leagues play. I think it's about a plus 600 play, I think, to hit a home run. I like Bryson Stott for that.
All right, give me here Phillies Reds over the total of 9. And this one will have a start time here, top of the hour here, 7 p.m. Eastern time. All right, Brian, let's take a look over at Pick Dogs Premium here for tonight's action. Still 8 games on the board here for Major League Baseball. It's a college football week, but we got to wait till Saturday for that action. We do have 1 NFL preseason here on the board, Monday Night Football on ESPN, 8 Eastern time. And Falcons, we're going on over at Pick Dogs Premium.
Super excited about college football on Saturday. I got 3 dogs on my radar, but as far as tonight goes, I got my NFL Titanium selection. My best bet, just $15 at pickdogs.com. I've hit 8 of the last 11, but recently I've dropped, I think. I dropped the game yesterday, but we're going to bounce right back and get that best bet winner for you. Or you can get my 3-pack, my money shot 3-pack. That includes that $15 play. 3 plays for $50, guaranteed to show a profit at pickdogs.com.
That's right, guys. Again, over with Brian Bitler over at Pig Dogs. Premium. He's got an NFL Titanium wager up here. Is a play up there from the preseason. That's his $15 premium play. So get on board. Credit guarantee, which means it must turn a profit or that amount is credited back into your account for more picks. Pretty much like site credits you'll receive if the play doesn't win. Of course, action up there from Major League Baseball from Best Bets here from Brian. He's got the Pound Zone on Monday. Also has a Major League Baseball 3-pack. Again, these 3-packs as well, credit guaranteed. These one-day passes are credit guaranteed. Must turn a profit or the amount is credited back into your account. You get site credits for more picks. So get on board there. Here we are on Monday. Probably a good time to get on board with that 7-day all sports pass here as we're in a football week. Remember, we got these preseason games jammed here this week. So you got the preseason here on Monday's action. Of course, don't forget that 7-day pass. What's in play? Well, the first week of college football will be in play when you get on board with Brian Bitler's 7-day all sports pass. You get all his Major League Baseball action. And of course, as we talked about, this is a jam-packed weekend here for NFL, as we do have NFL action here this week. And actually, it's really different this year with the last week of preseason, where it's not we don't jam-pack all the games here on Thursday. They spread them out this week here. We got games Thursday, we've got games on Friday, we got games on Saturday, we got games on Sunday. So again, that 7-day pass is what's in play here is Brian's plays here for Major League Baseball, his week 1 college football, and again, week 3 of the preseason, which is scattered throughout the week. We don't play these 15 anymore, Brian, on that Thursday.
I'll tell you what, I'm glad they did spread them out, because I got to be honest with you, if they put them all on Saturday, I'd probably, even though the card's small on Saturday, I'd be thinking about college football for most of the day. I know these games are going to go late. I looked at the schedule. I'll probably be stuck up to 1, 2 o'clock in the morning on Saturday, but it'll be fun.
It'll be fun. Yep, they've scheduled them Thursday. Yeah, like I said, a little bit before, they used to play them on Thursday, if I recall, before they had this bye week, right? So now that they spread them out. So get on board, guys. That 7-day pass is really good right now here on a Monday. You'll get all your preseason coverage, as well as the first week college football and the baseball for 7 days. You can add a second capper with that 2-for-1 cap promotion. Even greater value there. All right, Brian, as always, great having your show. Keep up that great work, and we'll talk with you again on Friday.
All right, Tony, you have a good week, and I'll catch you on Friday. Now, stay tuned and listen to all these super handicappers coming up, especially my good buddy Rod Zawacky. You guys take it easy, and I'll catch you at the end of the week.
Let's catch you at the end of the week here. Brian Bitler here on The Drive, dude. Let's continue our coverage here. Joined by Brian. A lot of baseball on the card here. We will have a preseason pick for you from that game as well. Let's go ahead and bring in Brad Francis to find him over at Pick Dogs. He's experienced, showing profitable year in baseball this year, as well as a really good football NFL season last. He's bringing Brad right now. Brad, what's happening?
What's up, Tony? Happy Monday. How you doing today?
Hey, happy Monday to you as well. It's a football week. College football in the air, so I'm looking forward to it. Finally here. Let's hit it.
I know. I've been waiting.
Yeah.
Do you have a college football team? Who do you follow?
Well, being out here on the West Coast, it's hard not to like USC, right? I mean, this is out in LA, so it's been a team that's performed well. A lot of great teams over the year, and they used to visit my high school one as a kid, so I kind of liked them too as well. They were very nice. But anyway, we'll be looking here at this one today, 7 Eastern time. We got the Braves here on the road to face the Pirates. So with the Braves, minus 180 in this one, total 8.5.
Yeah, I'm going to go with the Braves run line here. Look, we all know this is a mismatch on paper. The key is just covering this run line, which I am confident that the Braves will. We got Odorizzi on the mound for the Braves, and he's just been all right this season, but I think this is a good spot where you can pick up some momentum. The Pirates, they rank 29th in batting average, 28th in total runs, 29th in hits in the whole MLB. So this offense has been just absolutely terrible, and sometimes it takes a bad team like this to kind of get you going as a pitcher. So I see this as being a good spot for Odorizzi to give back to kind of how he was with the Astros. Yeah, and then we got Contreras on the mound for the Pirates. He's a rookie, and the Pirates have put him in some tough spots this season. I looked it up. His last start, he allowed 4 runs to the Red Sox, and before that, he played the Brewers where he allowed 7 runs. in just 1.2 innings. And I think that game ended like something crazy, like 17-2 or 19-2 or something like that. So, I mean, this is another spot that the Pirates are putting this kid in, and I could just see this is a spot where the Braves could tee off, get a big first, second inning, and just kind of blow this thing out of the water early. So, look, I love the Braves run line here. First 5, I think, is solid too if you want to throw that in a parlay or something. It is a little juicy on the run line, but I think it's worth it. So, yeah, give me the Braves run line here.
Yeah, we got Brad here on the Braves run line, -1.5 runs, -110 against the Pirates. Yeah, Odorizzi is probably why you got a -110 and not a -150 or 45 here. But again, it's Odorizzi, and we'll see how he gets through this one. Of course, maybe these are the type of teams that keeps him in the major leagues when you play these bad offensive teams. And of course, the Braves don't mess around, right? If you're not performing, they send you down. Look at Ian Anderson got sent down to the minors for a little bit. We saw Yanoa get sent down. We saw Newcomb, I believe it was Newsom. I always get those confused. He was let go. So Atlanta doesn't play around over there. So you better get your numbers up. Steve Morton was also a little bit on that borderline as well. If you got an ERA over 4, you're really on watch. And I think Odorizzi's on watch, and he needs to beef up his numbers here in this start, no doubt about that. But again, as you said, I think there's a lot of things positive here for the Braves run line here. First off is Contreras, who's been pounded his last 2 home starts. He's given up a ton of runs here, as you mentioned, in those home starts. What is a total of 11 earned runs and 7 2/3 innings as you were bringing up those teams. The Braves are hitting right-handers. Their bullpen's been solid the past 10 games, 1.95. And again, the Braves have been clobbering these bad teams on the run line. Braves 23-10 on the run line when facing bad teams with a 380 to 480 win percentage. So, Brad, when they're facing bad teams, they just pound them.
I love it. Yep. It should have been a premium. It should have been a premium, honestly, after you told me all that. So, yeah, I know Odorizzi, he's in the locker room right now. He's like, I'm all right. This is what I had to come through. Like you said, they're tough on their pitchers. So I just think everything's pointing to just a Braves blowout winner here.
We got Brad here. Braves run line -1.5 runs, -110 against the Pirates. This one will have a start time here at 7 p.m. Eastern time. All right, Brad, let's take a look over at Pick Dogs here for tonight's action. Still 8 games on the board here for Major League Baseball. We do have that one standalone preseason game on ESPN. It is Monday Night Football on ESPN here in preseason, showing great profit the last 30 days, 692 units of profit coming off a fantastic NFL season. NFL's here coming soon. The preseason is about to be over this week. Last week here at preseason, 1,420 units of profit last year. That's all documented. What do you have going on over at Pick Dogs Premium?
Yeah, keeping it light today. I got my favorite MLB play up there. That's for $25, and then my favorite NFL play is $15. So, I kind of chopped the prices down for both games today. So, yeah, it's a great time to hop on. I like both these plays. And then when it comes to my long-term stuff, I mean, you can't go wrong there. With NFL season and college football season coming up, I pick up the amount of plays. During baseball season, I usually like to keep it a little light and just pick the plays I'm super strong on. But during college football and NFL, there's always multiple plays that I love. So it's a great time to join in on the month. 3 days also not bad if you catch me on like a Thursday or Friday. That's always a great option there. And, of course, the year's not a bad option as well. So that's what I got going on.
That's right, guys. I got over with Brad Francis over at Pick Dogs. Really doing great work right now. 692 units of profit last 30 days. That's documented. Come off a great NFL season. On the board right now is Brad's $15 premium play. That promotional premium pick up there right now. Preseason banger right now, $15. Of course, credit guaranteed. Must show a profit or that amount is credited back into your account. You get site credits with that, as well as money-making plays from Major League Baseball up there. Get on board there. Of course, we talked about the weekly all-in pass, 7 days. This is a Monday. It's a great time to get that 7-day pass because you'll be covered with Major League Baseball for 7 days. All of the preseason game tonight. We also have games in the preseason. It's spread out here in the final week here. We have action on Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Okay, that's your preseason schedule this week. It's not all not all 15 games on a Thursday like they used to do. They spread it out here in that final week because they got the bye week next week, so they're spreading the games out. And of course, college football week 1 here in action here on Saturday. So this is all part of that 7-day all sports pass. All of Brad's plays here from Major League Baseball, college football week 1, and of course, the remainder of the preseason game tonight and the rest of the games on Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday with those premiums as well. So get on board there. You can use the AUG15 promo to save 15%, or you can also use the 2-for-1 capper promotion. And of course, you can add a second capper for even greater even greater offers there. And don't forget, of course, Brad's great football season. He does have his NFL full season pass up there for $500. That's all of Brad's NFL premium picks, preseason, regular season, as well as postseason. And again, that OG15 promo code will save you 15%. It'll take $75 after that price right now when you use it. So get on board there with Brad Francis, NFL full season pass. Get on board over at Pick Dogs Premium. All right, Brad, as always, great having you on the show. Continue that success. We'll talk with you again next week. I know we always talk about your UFC show, but we just good to remind them here on Monday what you got hopping here for the weekend.
Yeah, so there's no UFC this weekend actually, so get a little break on the schedule there. But we'll be back the following week after that. The UFC fights get started right back up. So check me out there, and then of course on Mondays and Fridays on the drive-thru.
That's right, guys. So make sure to like, subscribe, and set notifications when it's a UFC weekend. Him and Mills will have their show on Saturdays following the morning show. So stay tuned and subscribe to the channel. That's what you want to do here and get those notifications. So when Mills and Brad are live, you get notified, get those great picks here from them both. All right, Brad, have a great rest of the week. We'll catch up with you again on Friday.
All right. Thank you, Tony. Have a good night.
You got it. We had Brad Francis here on the drive through. All right, let's continue on here with our coverage. Just saw that Al Ninos has signed in, so we'll get to him a little bit. Well, next up is Jovan Burts. You'll find Jovan over at Pick Dogs. Also keep an eye on that parlay of the day from Jovan. He covers that every day over at Pick Dogs. So bringing Jovan Burts in right now. I think we're ready. Remember, we had a really good start to the college football season last year. Let's bring him in right now. Jovan, what's happening?
Not much, Tony. Coming off an overall successful weekend, but yesterday, took a slight fall, had the Ravens under, it was looking good, and then a couple cheap touchdowns later in the fourth quarter.
Yeah.
You know how that goes. Preseason football, gotta love it.
Yeah, and even the Ravens, it looked like they didn't want to stop scoring either, right? they were trying to.
Yeah, but they were holding them down.
Yeah.
Then they just gave up a couple cheap touchdowns, and that was all she wrote.
Yep.
The fourth stringers, what I'm saying? The third and fourth stringers on the, getting their little shine. Next thing you know, nothing.
Nothing. I hear what you're talking about. No doubt about that. All right, here we go tonight, 7 Eastern time. This is This is your TV game on MLB Network. A good one here. Yankees here hosting the Mets. The Mets here minus 170, total of 7.
Yeah, we got a good one. Just like you said, we got the Mets versus the Yanks. Subway Series. But we got Max Scherzer on the mound, and I don't like going against Max Scherzer. That's for damn sure. But in this case, I'm gonna take a shot with the Yankees. First off, we're getting plus money with the Yanks, and it's not too often that you're getting plus money with them. And when you do, more times than not, you should take them. That's just a fact of the matter. Doesn't matter who's pitching for them. They have Domingo Germano on the mound, and ever since his rough start to his season, he studied the ship. 2.87 ERA in his last 3 games. He should have a serviceable start. And as good as Max Scherzer is, Hall of Fame pitcher and all that, 2.21 ERA in his last 3 starts. Overall, 2.15 ERA this season. Just doing what Max Scherzer does. But I heard a stat somewhere where he has a fly ball rate of 51.9%. In a place like Shea Stadium, you could get away with that. But if he's gonna be giving up fly balls at Yankee Stadium against some of those hitters, those balls could go over the fence, depending on where it gets hit at. So, against the Yanks, he hasn't really done all that well. Earlier this year, I believe, or his last start against the Yanks, he did good. As a matter of fact, it was last month against Domingo Germano, where they had basically a pitcher's duel. But I think in this one, before that game, he had a rough go of it. Like his previous 5 starts, his team's lost. So the Yanks have had his number over the years, out the span of his career, and I think that this might be one of the games where it might happen. Look, watch the game of the Yankees game yesterday. I was on the Yankees yesterday, and Aaron Boone, he's been playing with the bullpen, and he decided to have Lou Trevino as the closer, and it worked wonders. So I think they might have found something in that that trouble area, and if they could piece it together, and be ahead or tied up or whatever in the late innings, I think they'll be just fine. So I think the Yankees is the play in this one.
All right, we got Jovan here on the Yankees here. My plus 145 here against the Mets. Looking at the ground ball rate. Here we are, fly ball rate. We got Scherzer here, 31.4% strikeouts, 29.6 on the ground balls. So it's about 61%. That leaves about 39% there on the fly balls. And looking here at his ground his home run, about 0.66 home runs per 9 innings. Yep.
It was something. I don't know what maybe they broke down like towards a portion of the season.
Yeah.
But it was something. I didn't have enough time to to backtrack and actually do some research on it. But it's something. Maybe it's away from home. I don't know. I don't know what the breakdown is, but it was some sort of breakdown.
Yeah, okay, so there we go with Jovan here. There's a couple of things that you're fighting against here. Obviously, the way the Yankees form against right-handers, they're really not hitting righties over the past 10, just a $177. And, the troubling stat here with the Yankees, they haven't won consecutive games against winning teams since July 2nd against Cleveland. And Scherzer has had success against Judge and Donaldson in the past. Hicks probably won't be in this lineup, but those couple of things are really going up against here.
Hey, that's all true, but, sometimes you got to have a little bit of foresight and a team turning things around. Aaron Boone, he got up in front of the cameras and the last loss, and just basically said something's got to change, and the team responded. So I think he lit a fire under the Yankees' ass, and it's been too long. Since the All-Star break, they've just been slumming. They've been the worst team in baseball, and it's high time that they turn things around. Going into September and for the stretch run. So I think that the Yankees, this might be a good spot for them to take home a win.
All right, Jovan here on the Yankees, plus 145 against the Mets. This one to have a start time here at 7 p.m. each time. It's your TV game over on MLB Network. All right, Jovan, let's take a look over at Pick Dogs Premium tonight, showing good results here in the preseason. Of course, coming off a really good college football season as well. As you can see, the numbers here from Jovan last college football season were pretty impressive here. But tonight we do have one game from the preseason, 8 games in prime time for Major League Baseball. What do you have going on over at Pick Dogs Premium?
No, I'm not touching that preseason game tonight. But I am on a baseball play. Just have one play. It's my make money, not make money. Money Bag Monday, strike out the side. I think it's going to be a hitter. So check that out. You can also check me out on my 3-day, my 7-day, my 30-day, my yearly. Or, football season's right around the corner. Check out one of my football passes, whether that's the combination pass, NFL and NCAA, or the individual NFL, or the individual NCAA football pass. College football week 0 is right around the corner. It's on Saturday. Can't wait. I should have something, for the public as far as a premium play. So, stay tuned.
That's right, guys. Get on board here with Jovan Burts over at Pick Dogs Premium. We put the results up there for you, showing really good profit here over the here on his numbers. You can see them in preseason. Also great numbers here from college football last year. So get on board here with Jovan Burts. He does have his Money Bag Monday MLB strikeout side up there right now. Credit guarantee. Also individual plays here from baseball, so you can get those. And of course, we're talking about the long-term passes. Here we are on a Monday, and it's a football weekend, right? That 7-day pass is a great one to get here on a Monday. You'll get all of Jovan Burts' plays here, premium plays here from Major League Baseball. Also the NFL preseason. Remember, there's one game tonight. Then we go Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday in the final week of preseason. So that's also covered under the 7-day pass, as well as Jovan's college football premium plays, as we got a college football week 0 weekend here on Saturday. So good time to get on board with Jovan Burts with that 7-day all sports pass. You can use that promo code AUG15 at checkout, and you'll save 15% off. The 2-for-1 capper promotion is in play with the 7-day all sports pass, and a second capper for even greater value there. All right, Jovan, as always, great having you show. Continue that success. We'll talk with you again on Friday, but I know over at Pick Dogs, you have a video series where you put a parlay together.
Yeah, absolutely. And per usual, I'll have another one out later one tonight, and the next day, and the next day. They're daily play, daily parlays. So and they hit more times than not. So you might want to check up on it. And I'll be putting out an NFL parlay each week and college football parlay each week. So check it all out. It's at Sports Chat Place and Pick Dogs. Can't go wrong. Let's get it.
Let's get it indeed with the Jovan Burts over at Pick Dogs. All right, Jovan, keep up the great work. We'll talk with you again on Friday.
Absolutely. Have a good night. See you on Friday.
We'll see you on Friday. Jovan Burts here on The Drive Through. Let's continue our coverage. Guys, if you missed any of our picks, we will do a complete recap here at the end of the show. I do see Al Ninos is logged in, so let's go ahead and bring in Al Ninos. So we'll find him over at Pick Dogs. Also a contributor to the weekend shows. He guested in there with Mitch and Chris. Let's bring in Al Ninos in right now. I think we're ready to roll here with Al Ninos. Al, what's happening?
Hey, going good, Tony. How are you?
Doing great. All right, here we go. Late night game, 9:40 Eastern time out in the Bay Area has the Athletics hosting the Marlins. Miami here on the road favorite, minus 140. The total sits at 7.
This could be a little counterintuitive if you just look at the starting pitchers here. Edward Cabrera getting the start for the Marlins against Adam Oller here for Oakland. Oller's been pretty horrible, this season, but Cabrera's been pretty sharp, at least limiting the runs. No, sorry, I shouldn't say sharp. He's been struggling with the walks a little bit, but he's been limiting the runs for sure. And against an offense like Oakland's, I think he managed to limit the damage once again. On the other side, I think Oller, as bad as he's been, I think he doesn't have a terrible start here at home against this Miami lineup that's still a little banged up. And, of course, still no Ramon Laureano for Oakland. So, despite the horrible pitchers here, not the best bullpens in the league either. But we are playing in Oakland, and again, 2 bad offenses. So I think we see I think we see an under here in this game.
Right, Nino says go with the under here. Marlins and Oakland under the total of 7. Yeah, that's 7. Not a whole lot of margin for error, but then again, it's the Marlins, right? They have trouble scoring, and Lopez here on the mound has put some good numbers here. Good strikeout rate, 24%, gets the ground balls, limits the home runs. Goes Oler is the sweat, no doubt about that. Oler is going to be the sweat here, but then again, he's facing the Marlins hitting team, which is really struggled. Remember, when you look here at Miami, they're hitting just 205 here against right-handers. And even the Athletics have not hit the right-handers well over the past 10 games. This is the past 10 games here where they've hit 224. But you do have some trends here favoring you here. The Marlins 26-12 to the under against teams that strike out 7 or more times during the second half of the season. So the pitcher will be, of course, they have some pretty good starting pitching. And, of course, the Marlins, as we know, have gone under in 14 of 16. And you've got an Oakland team, and you got the ballpark playing in your favors there with the under as well.
Yeah. So, a couple things going against us, a couple things going for us. But I think at the end of the day here with these 2 bad offenses, I think, as I said, despite the bad pitching, I think we see even worse offense here. So I'm going with the under.
All right, El Nino's here, Marlins, and when he says bad pitching against bad hitting, he'll take the bad pitching. He'll be on that side, go against the hitters. El Nino's Miami and Oakland under 7 runs. This one to start here at 9:40 Eastern time, Ardell. Let's take a look over at Pick Dogs Premium for tonight's action as we have 8 games still remaining in the primetime hour for Major League Baseball. Lots of action here, top of the hour, as well as at 8 Eastern start time from Monday Night Football. Yes, in the preseason, it is Monday Night Football, Falcons and Jets. What do you have going on over at Pick Dogs Premium?
Yeah, so passed on tonight's preseason NFL, but I do still have a 3-pack out there in the MLB if you want to check that out. Or better yet, grab a long-term or a 2-for-1 capper special.
That's right, guys. Again, bro, with El Nino's over at Pick Dogs Premium. He does have his 3-pack up there. It calls his MLB Clutch 3-run home run. 3-pack up there. Credit guarantee. You must turn a profit or the amount you purchase is credited back into your account for site credits. Pick credits. Individual plays up there as well, and we keep talking about this 7-day Al Sports Pass. It's the best value right now here on a Monday. 7 days of premium picks here from El Ninos. You get all his baseball for 7 days. You get all his preseason football for 7 days. Remember, we got the game tonight. And again, they stagger the final week of the preseason. A lot different. It's not all games in one day. They stagger it Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So it's staggered here. So that's covered in your 7-day All Sports Pass, as well as Week 0 from college football. So El Nino's premium picks from college football will also in play here. And of course, you can add a second capper with that 2-for-1 capper promotion. Even greater value there. All right, Al, it's always great having the show. Have yourself a great evening. We'll talk with you a little bit later here on the recap.
All right, see you in a minute, Tony.
Al Ninos here on the drive through. All right, let's continue coverage. We see a lot of people signing in right now. If you missed any of our picks, we will do a complete recap here at the end of the show. All right, let's continue on here on the drive through. Let's welcome in Rod Zawacky. He's got some late night action for you. You need your bailout game. It is Rod Zawacky who will deliver it for you. Let's bring him in. And right now, you'll find him over at Pick Dogs Premium. We can get out. We will get Rod Zawacky in right now. He's been good to us here on the drive-thru. Let's see. We get him in right now. Here we go. Rod, what's happening?
Hey, not too much. It's a nice Monday, so I can't complain. I haven't had any Monday blues that kicked my butt, so far so good. I didn't touch that morning game, so the Royals didn't kick my butt, so I didn't touch that one.
I know that was a game there, a makeup game. Of course, they got a series in Baltimore. The White Sox should be interesting matchup tomorrow. Let's see how that one rolls. Well, Cease on the mound. They scratched Cease for this one. They moved Cease to the Tuesday game, so we'll see how that works out for Chicago. Maybe they should have had Cease going today. But
maybe they should have had Cease going today instead, right? Yeah. That doesn't look like it's. They look like they got egg on their face with that move.
Yeah, it looks like no doubt about that. But Rod's got the late night game tonight, 10 Eastern time, as the Dodgers here host the Brewers. With the Dodgers big favorites over $2 here, the total sits at 8.
Yeah, we're going to look at this a different way. We're going to go with the total in this one. Eric Lauer gets a start for the Brewers here, and he's been solid, 8-5 in the season, 3.58 ERA with a 1.2 WHIP, and then Julio Urias gets the start for the Dodgers, and he's been lights out on the season, 13-6 with a 2.4 ERA with a .98 WHIP, and you look at Julio Urias in his last 10 starts. He has a 9-1 record going. Also, the Dodgers are 10-0 in his last 10 starts. And he's pitching lights out, 1.4 ERA over those last 10 games. He's also 11. The Dodgers are 11-3 in their last 4 games, 0.14. So this is a night game. He even pitches better at night. So for me in this one, you got Lauer going. And he's 7-4 with a 3.14 in night games as well. And over his last 10 games, he's got a 2.13 ERA. Both pitchers are solid. I think we got a nice pitchers duel on our hands in this one. I like the under 8. If your book offers you under the 7.5, because I know some have dropped that down to 7.5 now. I still like the under 7.5. You look at Rias. He's 15-5 to the under on the season in his 20 starts. And Lauer 10-10. Is the total, so 50-50 coin flip there, but I lean the under. You look at the Brewers, 6-0 to that under in their last 6 Lauer starts. So I love the under there. Brewers 19-7 to the under on Mondays. Dodgers 3-1 to that under in their last 4 on Monday. 3-1 to the under in the last 4 when their opponent allows 2 runs or less in the previous game. Dodgers 5-2-1 in the last 8 to the under versus a left-handed starting pitcher. I think the under. It's one of the night games on the West Coast there that lower scoring. Give us the under.
All right, Rod says take Dodgers Brewers under total of 8 runs. Yeah, you're right. Has been pitching well this year. A whip of just .98. A good strikeout rate. Got the walks down now. The home runs are coming down as well because he had a little trouble with the home runs early on, but he's really got into form here late. And of course, you're dealing with the Brewers lineup that's not hitting right over their past 10 games, just 172. The Dodger bullpen ERA under 2 over that period. And when you look at Urias' numbers, I mean, it's been solid here to the under. A matter of fact, I'm looking here at some numbers here against some of these offensive teams that struggle scoring. If he's been solid to the under. Also had a number. Oh yeah, here we go. Urias 10-0 to the under, facing a team with a batting average of .245 or worse this season.
Right, and we've seen these Brewers. When they don't hit, and they slump, and it's ugly, and they don't score much at all. And then they're facing Urias tonight, who's been just lights out. He's definitely been a bright, shiny star for the Dodgers this season. So I love the under 8 here. Take the under 8.
Under.
You find the 8, take the 8.
That's right. To take the 8 in there here. And I was just looking here at some of the other ones here for the Dodgers. There's just been an under here. 15-5 in his 20 starts. To the under has been Urias this season here for the Dodgers. So it's been under. A lot of it is doing here. And of course, don't forget the bullpen. The bullpen definitely contributes to these low totals as well. Dodgers Brewers under total of 8. This one to have a start time here of 10 p.m. Eastern time. All right, Rod, let's take a look over at Pick Dodge Premium tonight, showing really good results. Look at this over the past 30 days, 937 units of profit. A lot of that's in baseball. This is preseason football in there as well, showing profit there. Coming off a really good college football season as well, 805 units as we're heading to week 0 this week in college football. What do you have going on over at Pick Dogs Premium?
Hey, going on over Pick Dogs Premium. Yeah, we've been solid the last 30 days. Hottest capper over Pick Dogs over the last 30 days of that includes some baseball and some preseason football. So tonight, I've got my 10-star Monday Night Football smasher. I am going to delve into this Monday night preseason game. You can pick that up over at Pick Dogs Premium, or you get my Monday Insiders Info 3-pack, where it gives my 2 best plays in the MLB, and it includes my 1 lone play in the NFL preseason game tonight. But as we say, it's that time. Grab on something long term. Hop aboard. As you see, we've been hot the last month, and let's just continue to rolling into college football. I've already got 1 play up for week 0. It's already up there, so you can pick that up as well. So I'm ready to go for the weekend. I'm ready to go for this month. I'm excited. I can't wait until everything starts rolling again. We'll have football and baseball. So your best bet, jump on board, grab one of those season passes, because also if you grab one of those season passes after you purchased your season pass, send email to Mitch. He will agree to give you a consensus report for that same season. So if you buy a college football pass for the whole college football season, you will get the consensus report for that college football season. If you get the NHL season pass, you'll get all the consensus report for the NHL season pass. Can't go wrong with that. That's a huge savings. So jump aboard something long term, grab one of those season passes, and grab a consensus to go with it. That's a great value there. So many ways to jump aboard. We love making you money over at Pick Dogs Premium. So head on over, scoop something up. And also, don't forget, use UG15. It'll get you 15% off any of your purchases over at Pick Dogs Premium.
Let's get on board, guys, with Rod Zawacky over at Pick Dogs Premium. See numbers here the last 30 days, 937 units of profit, all documented. So if you go over to Rod's Handicapper page over at Pick Dogs, go down to Pick History, you can see all the plays right there. I mean, look, it's an expensive process to have to monitor cappers and be transparent. You got to pay for the line fee, you got to pay for the grading, you got to pay for the score. The scores that was expensive. My goodness, to get all the scores loaded into the system, it's not. That's why very, very few cappers or services offer documentations, because of the cost that's involved. But the investment has been made here on the cappers and in the system here. So guys, get on board here. All these numbers are documented. They're graded immediately over at the site. You see the numbers here. Last 30 days, a great college football season. Also, Rod showing profit the last 7 days, as well as yesterday come out for winning day. He does have his Monday Insider Info 3-pack up there. $40 coming off a 3-day Sunday. Hottest capper at Pick Dogs over the last 30 days. Get his 3 best bets here for $40. Credit guarantee. That means must turn a profit, or your amount is credited back in your account for site credits for more picks. So site credits if it does not show a profit. So there you go with Rod's best bet 3-pack up there as well. Also up early is his college football week 0 game of the week. That's up there. He's got his Monday night. He's in play with the Monday Night Football tonight. So a lot of action from Rod Zawacky, and of course, we've talked about the long-term pass. We've been talking here about that 7-day pass, how we'll get all of Rod's college football week 0, is baseball for the week, as well as NFL preseason here for tonight. Don't forget, they stagger these games here. The first in a long time that we used to have all the last week of preseason all on a Thursday. They're staggering them out here Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So get on board there. That will be covered on that 7-day All Sports Pass with Rod. We've got WNBA playoffs. I'm not saying, we're not guaranteeing anything, but if Rod, again, he said we've seen some crooked numbers up there, and he says, and he's been hitting some of these big dogs as some of these lines have been inflated late in the season. But if he sees something, he'll fire in, guys. So you just got to check your members area. There's not a lot of games in WNBA, but anyway, if there's something there, he'll have something in the system for you. But again, the long-term passes, hey, you want to go 30 days? You see how Rod has been hot the last 3 days? Get a 30-day All Sports Pass. All of Rod's premium plays for 30 days. You'll be in action here with the first 4 weeks of college football. You'll be in action here with 4 weeks of baseball. This will take you near the end of the regular season into the September 21st. Also, the first couple weeks of NFL regular season play, as well as the preseason. So that 1 month All Sports Pass will serve you well. Use that promo code AUG15 at checkout. 15% off on those long-term passes. That's a great value over at Pick Dogs. Payment the 2-for-1 capper promotion. When you add a second capper, even greater value there. All right, Rod, as always, great having you show. Keep up that great work. Have yourself a winning night, and we'll talk with you again tomorrow.
Hey, definitely, we've been good here on the drive-thru. We're 6-2 last week. Let's keep it going this week. So, got to give you a quick bonus play. I think Judge hits a home run today. He's been
There we go.
He's been caught a little bit slimy the last few times. I think he's due to pop out and get one. So I kind of agree with Jovan there. So take Judge. He hits a home run. Bonus
Judge
play.
with
Thanks,
the HR bonus play from Rod. That's so wacky. Appreciate that. Rod here on the drive through. We'll talk with you again on tomorrow.
See you tomorrow. Have a good one, everybody. Let's get some winners.
Get some winners here. Rod Zawacky here on the drive through. All right, guys, if you missed any of our games, we will do a complete recap at the end of the show, so stay tuned for that. Al Ninos will help us out with that one. So let's continue on here on the drive through. Now it is my pick. So let me go ahead and put my game card up for you right now. We're going to be looking here at a total in this one between the Jets and the Falcons. Falcons 2.5, total sits here at 38. I'm going to go over in this one, over the total here of 38 with the Falcons and the Jets. Of course, there was some question marks whether or not the Jets will play their starters. We know Salah was kind of unsure. We'll find out here at X Fact. Let's see what the current line is, because see if there's any line movement in this game, because a lot can happen here as we get closer and closer to game time here between this Jets and Falcons. And let's see what we got. Just as I thought, the line has moved here to Falcons -4.5 because of the news here. Probably the news, I don't have it officially, but I'm only guessing probably that Salah has decided to sit guys, which is okay with me. I have no problem with them sitting guys, because you've got on the Jets side, we know Zach Wilson is injured, not going to play. Mike White is a capable starter. We know Joe Flacco's got to get some reps in there. So I'm okay with that quarterback combination there to get some points on the board. Remember, the Jets put up 21 second-half points in their win last week, so the reserves did pretty well. And they did run the football for 119 yards, 4.3 yards a carry. And then again, that was against the Eagles, I should say. The Falcons faced the Lions, and the Falcons defense gave up 393 yards to the Lions in their opener, 293 yards passing. Not a lot of talk is made about defenses in the preseason. We always talk here about the quarterbacks, but I always look at the defensive numbers, and that will definitely impact this total. So I'm going to go with the over in this one. We know Joe Flacco's QB2 for the Jets. He may see action first week. We know the injury situation here with the young kid for the Jets. I don't want to even speculate whether or not he'll play in week 1. That's really not our job right now. We have plenty of time to worry about that later. We're just worried about the game tonight. And again, all I know is the Atlanta defense has not been good for a long time. And we've got Mike White showing ability. Joe Flacco is a capable quarterback in the preseason. So I'm going to look, and we got Marcus Mariota on the other side. And it appears to be a dress rehearsal for the Falcons. That's why we're seeing this line up. So the Falcons have kind of showed their cards, saying they're going to treat this one as a dress rehearsal. I don't know why. That means you guys are going to have 2 bye weeks, right? Because they get that instead of that week 4 preseason, it's a bye week. So I don't know why these teams just don't make week 3 of the preseason their walkthrough, right? That doesn't change anything. You got that whole bye week afterwards. So anyway, Atlanta goes with the dress rehearsal, but I'm okay with the backups here for the Jets. So I'm going to go over total here of 38 between this Falcons and Jet game tonight over on ESPN. Hey guys, check out Pick Dogs Premium. Right now what I have up there is I have my $15 premium play. Get on board with that. I'm number 2 unit producer over at Pick Dogs in Major League Baseball for this season. Also, get on board with the long-term passes, my 3, 7, or 30-day all-sports pass. You get all of my premium plays for that time period you select. When you go to my handicapper page and you make that purchase, remember the 2-for-1 capper promotion. You can match me up with another capper like Rod, like Al Ninos, Brad Francis. We had Jovan Burts, Brian Bitler, Al Ninos. 2-for-1 capper promotion, your best value over at Pick Dogs Premium. And don't forget, any purchase you make, OG15 will take 15% off. Of course, my premium play, my $15 premium play tonight is credit guaranteed. Must win, show a profit, or that amount is credited back in your account for site credit for more picks. So that's how that works over at Pig Dogs. All right, as promised, it is now time for the recap. So let's go ahead and recap the plays tonight. Joe, we've got Al Ninos here. Will help me out with the recap. So let's bring up right now. We got started off with Brian. Brian liked the Phillies Reds over 9. Brad Francis, Braves run line -1.5 runs, -110 against the Pirates. Jovan liked the Yankees +145 against the Mets. Al Ninos was on the Marlins Athletics under 7. Rod Zawacky liked the Dodgers Brewers under 8. Yours truly here, Falcons Jets over 38. All right, Al, other than your pick, which one do you like the best?
I'll go with the over in the Phillies Reds game.
Over in Phillies Reds, that's the one I'm looking at too. Over Phillies Reds, the Phillies bats have taken care of these bad bullpens. Reds about one of the worst bullpens in the league, and I'm agreeing with you there here with the Phillies and the Reds over 9. All right, that'll do it for this edition of the Drive-Thru, guys. Be sure to tune in again tomorrow live at 6 p.m. Eastern Time. We'll do it all over again. We'll bring in our cappers in here from Pick Dogs and Sports Chat Place, give out live free picks for the games in prime time. We'll have a lot of baseball on the board, so be sure to tune in then. And don't forget, it always gets started every single day, 10 a.m. Eastern time. It's the morning show. We got Mitch. We got Chris Ruffalo there for you in the mornings, breaking down, giving out live free picks, as well as look at those Nerfies and a lot of those baseball props for you. So a lot of content there early in the morning. Of course, the video series out there. We got Mitch's 7 games in 5 minutes. We got Javon's parlay. We got Ron Romanelli's rundown. He runs down the entire Major League Baseball card for you with picks on that video. Very good performing video there. You guys don't want to miss that video series. And of course, most importantly, you want to subscribe to the channel, set those notifications so when Romanelli drops those videos with those, like tomorrow's like a 15 game card, right? When he drops those 15 picks, you want to be there and getting them. All right, you want to make sure you're notified. So go ahead and set those notifications there as well as, of course, for all the live shows. So when Mitch goes live, get the notification that he's live. You guys want to be right there, ready with your sportsbook accounts open, ready to fire in if you agree with the plays that are given out on the show. So that's the way to roll, guys. All right, that'll do it for tonight's show. Let's go ahead and bring in our crew. We're going to wave goodbye to you guys. You guys have a great evening. Have a great night.